But I remember how I remember the first lockdown when I was in Istanbul. So for those of us who don't know, I was in Ethiopia filming because I wanted to get into Africa because Africa wasn't going to close their borders. It was business as usual. It was wonderful. I got into Ethiopia. It was great. The people were amazing. The food. Got up to the Simeon Mountains. Breathtaking scenery. Daoud, my guide, was awesome. We're living in tents. We're climbing through this Simeon Mountain National Park, and then I'm offline for like 2 days, and then I get up to the top of the mountain, and the world's closed. I'm a resident of Dubai. I can't go back to Dubai. United Arab Emirates closed their borders to non-passport holders. Yeah, um, I'm still upset about that actually. Like, I was a business owner and a property owner and a legal resident of Dubai, and then I couldn't go back, and that really pissed me off. And then I didn't want to go back to Canada and like live in my brother's basement for however long this was going to go. So Turkey was open, so I just flew to Istanbul. There was a city I loved, city I was familiar with, and it was pretty reasonably priced. So if I did have to stay there for a long time, like getting stuck in Istanbul is way better than getting stuck in like Singapore or Tokyo or New York, right? So at least it was. But I had no idea I was going to be there for 4 fucking months.
What was the atmosphere like there? Was it people out in the streets? Were people wearing masks?
Um, so the Turkish government played it really cool. They shut down bars and restaurants. They shut down everything actually, except for pharmacies and grocery stores. But government services still ran, and people were out on the streets like walking. Like some people, like you would see some people at the grocery store, like stocking up for like a year and like getting a big van and putting food in, like who just didn't want to go out. But I made an absolute um, promise to myself that I was going to go outside every day. So every day I went to the pharmacy, even though I didn't need anything every day. And then every day I went to the grocery store and picked up something for lunch and dinner or whatever. And I just went out and walked every day. And then as things started to open up, I would go on like really long, like 5, 10, 20-kilometer walks all around Istanbul. It's, for people who don't know Istanbul, it's absolutely huge. There's like 35 million people there. And and so I would go on these massive walks and then take a taxi home because you could.